What should have been a peaceful retreat in the scenic hills of Pahalgam in India's Jammu and Kashmir region turned into a blood-soaked nightmare. In one of the deadliest attacks since 26/11 Mumbai attacks, Pakistan-backed terrorists stormed the area and unleashed horror, killing at least 26 innocent tourists, including one Nepalese national and several government officials. The attack has sent shockwaves across the country and the world. Responsibility has been claimed by the Resistance Front, an offshoot of Pakistan-based Lashkar-e-Taiba. This cowardly act of terror not only exposes Pakistan's continued use of terrorism as state policy, but also reveals the desperation of its handlers to derail peace and development in Kashmir. Here's the full report. The serene meadows of Baisaran, often referred to as mini Switzerland, were bustling with life as over 1,000 tourists explored the beauty of Pahalgam in South Kashmir. But by noon, paradise turned into a graveyard. 4 Pakistan-trained terrorists opened indiscriminate fire, turning the tourist haven into a killing field. Panic erupted, families scattered, and within moments, 26 lives were lost and several others injured in one of the most brutal attacks in Jammu and Kashmir in recent memory. While locals rushed to help, the horror was already done. Eyewitnesses describe a terrifying scene. Gunshots, screams, chaos.
तो हमने पीछे 2 फायर दे सुने हैं, लोग जमा हो गए हैं, हमने ऊपर इसी के साथ ही फायरिंग शुरू हो गया है। अच्छा। फिर जब जाई मौके वारदात पर पहुंचे हैं तो हमने 3 इंजर्ड को उठाया और रेस्क्यू किया।
ज्यादा कुछ नहीं, हमने देखा नहीं, हम जैसे गोलियों की आवाज आई ना, हम वहां से भाग गए।
The Resistance Front, TRF, has claimed responsibility for the attack. TRF is a proxy of the Lashkar-e-Taiba, Pakistan-based terror group, and was floated post the abrogation of Article 370 in 2019 to give terrorism a fresh cover. As per South Asia Terrorism Portal, TRF emerged in the aftermath of Article 370's revocation. It operates largely online from Karachi, spreading propaganda, radicalizing youth, and recruiting operatives via platforms like Telegram, WhatsApp, and Facebook. This attack is part of a broader strategy to instigate communal tensions and sabotage India's efforts to rebuild Jammu and Kashmir. Pakistan's support remains central. Intelligence inputs confirm active terror training camps maintained by groups like Lashkar-e-Taiba and Jaish-e-Mohammed in Pakistan-occupied Jammu and Kashmir.
I think this attack is something like Hamas style attack on 7th October on Israel. It's not a coincidence that Asim Munir utters certain illogical words 2 days back, and such an attack takes place where religion is asked about every tourist and then asked to recite kalma, and if they refuse, so they are attacked. So I think our response should be very, very appropriate. Something like what Israel, the way Israel responded. I think Honorable Prime Minister has returned from Saudi Arabia. He's holding meeting. India will appropriately respond to Pakistan. This is basically unleashed by Pakistan Army. I have been saying these are SSG commandos of Pakistan Army. They are posing as terrorists, and they are undertaking this on the instructions of people from across. This is a well-planned attack. It's not a normal terrorist attack.
In the wake of the massacre, India launched a massive anti-terror operation. The Army's Victor Force is leading operations in Anantnag and adjoining areas. Security agencies have detained over 100 suspects linked to the attack. Checkpoints, aerial surveillance, and drone operations are underway. The government has convened high-level security meetings with Ministry of Home Affairs, Central Reserve Police Force, and Border Security Force to assess vulnerabilities and intensify counter-terrorism action. Prime Minister Narendra Modi, cutting short his diplomatic visit to Saudi Arabia, returned immediately and promised swift action. On X, he posted, "Those behind this heinous attack will be brought to justice. They will not be spared. Their evil agenda will not succeed." Meanwhile, Indians took out the candle marches to condemn the terror attack in Jammu and Kashmir. Protesters were seen raising slogans against Pakistan and empathizing with the victims.
आज जो कायराना हरकत जो इन दहशतगर्दों ने की, जिसमें जो हमारे मेहमान हमारे यहाँ पे आए थे, जिस तरह इन दहशतगर्दों ने ये कायराना हरकत की, हम सब इसकी मजम्मत करते हैं।
इनोसेंट लोगों को मारा गया है जो कि कश्मीर में घूमने आए थे, अपनी फैमिली के साथ घूमने आए थे। 9 विवाहित जोड़े जो कि शादी के बाद घूमने आए थे कश्मीर में, उन पे गोलियां चलाई गई हैं।
This is not an isolated case. In recent years, Pakistan-sponsored terrorists have carried out targeted killings of Kashmiri Pandits, security forces, and migrant workers to push a divisive agenda. They are aided by overground workers inside Jammu and Kashmir who offer shelter, funds, and local intelligence. Once inside, terrorists spread across areas like Kathua, Doda, Rajouri, and Kupwara to execute attacks.
Pakistan ISI has shifted its attempt to do cross-border infiltration. Earlier, it used to be in Kashmir Valley. After Operation All Out and Article 370 was abrogated, infiltration over there has been very difficult for them. Then they slowly shifted their infiltration attempts from the Rajouri Poonch sector, because that sector gave quite a lot of cover by foliage and also ravines and other areas where infiltration could take place and the terrorists could hide. But after the incidents of Dangri and others, the security grid over there also has been strengthened, and now Pakistan thinks it's better for them to start this infiltration from the international border, that is Kathua, Samba sector.
Despite repeated denials by Islamabad, the fingerprints of the Pakistani deep state are all over the massacre. The weapons, the planning, the ideology, everything leads back across the border. But India's response is resolute. Stronger intelligence coordination, aggressive border surveillance, and a zero-tolerance policy for terror. India is dismantling these networks piece by piece. Pakistan may try to bleed India through 1,000 cuts, but every drop of blood spilled strengthens the nation's resolve. The Pahalgam massacre is not just a terror attack, it is a war crime against peace, and justice will follow.